As top two, very close indeed. I wonder have Legend and Luke decided to work together just yet, because they will see the time Hamza and Sandiva are gaining, but they also want to win this race, because these only happen once per annum. So one of these would have to go a whole nother year to potentially wrap up a Triple Crown. There's also talks on the rape line that if Luke won this race, there may be a Hall of Fame induction for him, because it would certainly put himself amongst an elite, and obviously a Hall of Fame is an elite. So it would certainly place him among conversation, let's put it like that. Lap 91 out of 100 though, still no caution on the horizon just yet. We've had a very steady flow of laps.
In the meantime, just wondering, has Davies won a Le Mans race? Or is the
No, he's never entered one.
Possibility?
He's never entered one, but
I might have to give him a spot then in a Le Mans race just to get him the Triple Crown.
I don't think he'd win it in the Spider car, no offense. Certainly it would look nice. It would look nice. As Callum Birch doing a great job in the Spider liveries that we see in the FVR GT Championship. So you can, he hasn't done them yet, but you can check out the FVR GT Championship on Friday nights at 7:30 on the Twitch for Tier 2, and then 8 o'clock on the YouTube for the Tier 1 Championship. On board Ridwan Hamza, here is a brilliant cockpit cam heading down towards turn number 3.
So you see the slipstream battle is actually getting, it's actually working what they're doing, Ridwan.
It is. It's really working, because that car in front is Luke Davies. Look at it, he is gaining rapidly. We could have a 4-car fight for the win here, Kyle.
It does look like it, and it's closing in and closing in. This might be really interesting and might even, dare I say, outscore last year's finish.
Oh, maybe. Last year's finish was quite good. It would take something to do that. But Luke Davies is dropping a lot of time. He's lost the slipstream of Legend Rosenberg. I wonder, has maybe a bit of fuel saving started to kick into Luke here? But Legend now has a 1.5 second lead. Hamza, very high line heading through turn number 3. This is really concerning for the 5-hour McLaren FT Honda.
Maybe the fuel. Yeah, look at how much he's closing in. I think there's something wrong with Luke's fuel.
Or certainly it could be something slipstream related, but I'm not sure how he dropped out of it in the first place. Could have just been he tapped the wall or something like that. But there's only 6 laps left in this race for these guys to try and catch. Evidently, if they work together here, they can do so. But for now, it is another Tour de France reference. It is the peloton catching the sole leader, Ridwan. I tell you what, he's running insane lines around turn number 3. Really, really ridiculously high to try avoid the dirty air effects.
It's looking only riskier. He must not hit the wall at this point. It's all or nothing for all of these guys. In the meantime, no one else really close to them. They're in a pack of their own.
No one else. And honestly, they got to start working together here if they want to try catch Rosenberg, because Rosenberg is out in a world of his own. It doesn't seem like we're gunning close to the caution, and yeah, here we go. Hamza and Sandiva have pulled out in front. Luke Davies is dropped to the back of the red. Luke is out of fuel. That is why he is going so slow. He only has 3 litres of fuel left. Luke Davies will not be taking another step or another duel of the Triple Crown. He has mistimed his fuel management and his final pit stop, and that'll be that. But
and
all I say is,
what we were talking about.
What sort of situation is Legend Rosenberg in? Hamza's 10 litres. That could be enough. What sort of situation is Legend in? Will we see both of the front runners struggle with their fuel? They all pit on the same lap. I'm surprised Luke is in such a dire scenario. But we haven't had a caution for quite some time. They all fueled up, I think, expecting that we would go to another caution, because that's what the evidence showed. Now remember, if we did go to caution now, we only have 2 more laps to do so, but if we did, Luke, I don't think he'd even get his lap back because there's so little left in this race. Legend is now starting to drop. Legend has 8.4 litres. That might be okay.
Might be, though. It's gonna be close.
It is going to be close. It's going to be very, very close indeed. As we are looking at another fight, this is Liu, King and Gassner in the fight for 4th. We're rounding on to lap 98, and we've 98, 99 and lap 100. And I tell you what, it doesn't. You can sense the tension at Virtual Indianapolis right now. It could be cut with a knife. It is incredibly tense here on who's going to win this. Could be any three of them. Sandeever's missed out narrowly in the past. Has he managed his race car best?
6.9. Now it's getting lower and lower.
It is.
Oh,
I wonder are they all saving at this
close.
point. I know. Oh, it's got to be really close here. This is going to be exceptionally close. I'm not sure 5 litres is enough to do too. Legend honestly has to start trying to do some corners in 5th gear, I think. The only thing here is they're all in sort of a very similar situation. Yeah, he's on 4.5. Oh, this is insanely tense. I'm not sure that the 3 front-running cars have enough fuel to reach the end of the greatest spectacle in racing.
This is really tense. It's really close.
Sandeever making moves.
Before I can hope.
Sandeever in the best position here. He is in the best position in terms of fuel. If they were all to run out, he would do it last. We're rounding the final corner then at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're starting the final lap with 3 cars in a race lead fight. We do not know if these 3 are going to finish it. Legend Rosenberg may run out of fuel while he's on course to take the second jewel of his Triple Crown. 1.9 litres is on board the number 28 Andretti Autosport Honda. Scott Sandeever in the number 3 Racing Team Turkey Chevrolet is in the best fuel scenario, and he is starting to push. Hamza's starting to lift. Here we go. It's 1.2 litres of fuel for Legend Rosenberg. Scott Sandeever heading down towards turn number 3, chasing. Enzo King in a brilliant scenario taking onto the podium. Rosenberg is lifting through the final few corners here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Does he have enough momentum? 0.2 litres in the tank for Legend Rosenberg. Rounding through the final corner. Does the greatest who ever do it have enough? He doesn't! Scott Sandeever steals it at the yard of bricks. The man who has had the race slip from him many a time in the past beats Legend Rosenberg right on the line. You cannot get closer than that one. Scott Sandeever, the number 3 Racing Team Turkey Chevrolet, finally has the race he wants. It's heartbreak for the man who was 0.1 of a litre away from taking the second jewel of the Triple Crown. This is the greatest spectacle in racing.
It just proved itself again. And this might have even been better than last year.
Julius Gassner's got a podium in Indianapolis, by the way. I'm just putting that there.
What a finish.
I am speechless. What an ending to the race. Rosenberg, wow. Just wow. He narrowly lost out. It was Scott Sandeever who takes the win here at the Brickyard, which is in the United Kingdom, according to this race result. It was Legend Rosenberg who takes second. Julius Gassner has got a podium for the number 10 Pythagon Racing Chevrolet. Then it was Borbune in 4th. Ridwan Hamza is in 5th. Enzo King in 6th. Then it was Adam Liu in 7th. And Luke Davies in 8th, who mismanaged his fuel completely.